Inventory is up, sales are down, sellers are making more concessions, and yet the average sale price for an East Dallas home continues to rise. This is your East Dallas housing market update, and today I'm breaking down exactly what happened in July with real numbers. In this video, I'll provide insight to inventory or supply, list to sale price ratio, average sale price, and I'm also going to rank areas of East Dallas for affordability and price appreciation. After that, I'm going to tell you how long it took to sell an East Dallas home, then I'll talk about interest rates, and I'll wrap up with key takeaways for homeowners and sellers and home buyers. Stick around to the end to share your perception of what's going on in the East Dallas housing market. First and foremost, where the heck is East Dallas anyway? It includes the following zip codes: 75204, 75206, 75214, 75218, 75228, and a small portion of 75223. In July, there was a 3.5-month supply of homes for sale in East Dallas. That was up slightly from 3.3 months in June and up from 2.5 months during the same time period last year. So historically speaking, 3.5 months of inventory keeps the market favored towards sellers. However, higher interest rates and costs for homeowners insurance, along with higher property taxes, are impacting buyer affordability and motivation. Therefore, some sellers are making price reductions or offering concessions to make their home more attractive to buyers who are in the market. Now, that being said, homes are still selling fairly close to the seller's original asking price. In July, buyers paid 96.1% of the seller's original list price on average. That's down from 100% a year ago and also down from 97.3% in June. Historically speaking, the list to sale price ratio in East Dallas has held between 100 and 95% for the past 10 years. So that statistic peaked at 106% in April of 2022. Let's move on to see how interest rates and lesser demand has impacted the average sale price. In July, the average sale price for an East Dallas home was $757,000. Now that's up from $743,000 in June and also up about 6.5% year over year when the average sale price was $711,000. 6.5% appreciation does not indicate that our housing market and values are crashing. What it does indicate, though, is that appreciation is moving back toward what is historically normal for our market. Since sale prices are directly linked to affordability, let's look at the average sale price and year-over-year appreciation throughout the different areas of East Dallas. These zip codes are ranked from the most to least expensive and are based on average sale prices as of July. So 75214, which is commonly referred to as Lakewood, was the least affordable neighborhood in East Dallas. In July, the average sale price for a property in 75214 was $1.1 million with 11% appreciation year over year. The M Streets and Greenville Avenue area, or 75206, was just behind Lakewood with an average sale price of $1 million and also 11% appreciation year over year. Next up, Old East Dallas, or 75204. The average sale price in this part of town was $771,000 and prices were down almost 7% year over year. 75218 on the east side of White Rock Lake came in at $654,000 and average sale price was down about 3% year over year. Homes in 75223, which includes the highly coveted C Streets, sold for $528,000 on average and appreciation was up 12% year over year. That's my dog barking. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so the most affordable area of East Dallas was Casa View, which is also located on the east side of White Rock Lake in 75228. So the average sale price in Casa View was $385,000 in July, and sale prices were up about 5.5% year over year. So I mentioned earlier that it's taking longer for homes to sell, so let's look at that. In July, an East Dallas home was on the market for 29 days on average before the seller accepted an offer. That's up from 17 days in June and 10 days in July of last year. So 29 days is still a normal amount of time for a home to be on the market before going under contract. And looking back over the past 10 years, days on market has really stayed pretty moderate in our area, but it did peak at 48 days in January of 2020. Let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, the cost of borrowing money, interest rates. Last week, rates dropped to their lowest level since April of 2023, 6.375%. So the drop is the result of positive inflation data and a cooling labor market, which increases the likelihood that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates when they meet in September. So please keep in mind that the rate that gets increased and decreased by the Fed is the short-term interest rate. So you may not see a point-for-point correlation with mortgage interest rates because mortgages are typically used for longer-term financing. Nonetheless, we typically see a pop of activity from buyers when rates go down, so this drop could boost sales for August. Okay, let's recap. There was 3.5 months of housing inventory available for sale in East Dallas in July. That's up from June and also up from July of last year. On average, a home sold for 96.1% of the seller's original asking price. The average sale price in East Dallas was $757,000, which was 6.5% higher than the average sale price in July of 2023. The most affordable homes can be found in the Casa View area, which is in the 75228 zip code, and the least affordable homes are in 75214. On average, it took 29 days for an East Dallas home to go under contract in July. That's up from 17 days in June and 10 days in July of 2023. At 6.375%, interest rates are at their lowest point since April of 2023. So let's chat about how buyers and sellers and homeowners who may be considering listing their home can use this information to their advantage, because that's the point. So for buyers, first, prices are leveling off, but they are not plummeting. And some sellers are making price reductions and offering concessions for rate buydowns or contributions towards your closing costs. So make sure you're reading the property description for each home that interests you to see if the seller is offering a concession, because the property description is really the only place for agents to advertise that information. Second, our market has not seen this much inventory since the fall and winter of 2019. Take advantage of it, because this little inventory could go quickly if interest rates drop any further, and if inventory and rates both drop, you could find yourself competing for properties again in a market that's much more favorable for sellers. Okay, sellers, you need to know that 3.6 months of inventory is still a seller's market, but it's not the seller's market that it was when inventory was between like 1 and 2 months. So in my experience in this market, sellers can't put their home on the market at inflated prices and expect to get offers. First, there are fewer buyers in the market competing for properties. And second, buyers' number one concern right now is overpaying for a home. They are terribly fearful of the value of their home going down after they close, even though we really don't see any indicators pointing in that direction. So loss of value is buyers' number one concern, and their second concern is buying a home that has unknown defects or repairs that are going to cost them a substantial amount of money after they've already spent a lot of money to get into the home to begin with. So again, even though East Dallas is still technically a seller's market given the lack of inventory, sellers still need to be aware of buyers' concerns and prepare their home before putting it on the market or price it accordingly for the condition. Okay, so now I'm curious. Since you've watched this entire Dallas housing market update, what's your perception of the East Dallas market? Are market values A, in steep decline, B, rapidly increasing, or C, moving back toward a normal level of year-over-year appreciation? Drop your answers in the comments below, and then give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to stay up to speed on all things home in Dallas. Lastly, and pretty importantly, please remember that whether you're buying or selling a home, your situation is unique, and a general market update should always be taken with a grain of salt. If you're thinking of making a move, please reach out to me. I'm happy to provide you with an accurate market analysis for your home or discuss strategy if you're looking to buy. Thanks for watching this East Dallas housing market update, and have a great day. I will see you in my next video.